Welcome back to FedBiz Exchange. I'm Michelle Brown, your coach and your mentor. In this quick video, I'm going to talk to you about something connected to your SAM. It's your cage code. You may not think about what your cage code is because maybe you haven't used it yet, but it's a very important code that is connected to everything you do when it comes to federal contracting. In fact, when you start bidding, or if you've already bid on a contract, you used your cage code on your 1449 form. It's the first page of a solicitation. So I'm going to talk to you about that. Where do you get it? How to find it? And how to make sure that you remember it, because you could be asked for it more often than you think when you start bidding, especially when you're in DIBBS. If you work with DLA, they always want you to do everything with your cage code. Your cage code is a 5-digit code that identifies you as a contractor, you and your business. Every time you give that code, or DIBBS or someone asks for that code, they put that code in and everything pops up about you and your company. Every business or company working with the federal government has a cage code. You're identified through your cage code. It's like having an EIN or an SSN, but it's for you to be a contractor with the federal government. You are assigned a code when you sign up in SAM. So Sam.gov will give you a code once you're approved as a registered vendor contractor, and once you're active, you will see that code. Where can you find the code? You can actually go to Sam.gov once you're registered, put in your DUNS number or put in your legal name, and they will give you a view of your company, and it will show your 5-digit cage code. The code is used to basically manage all of the processes and procedures and connect all the dots for anything that has to do with a contract relating to your company. Not that that's so important to you, but it is important to the people that work behind the scenes. DLA actually is in charge of managing the cage codes. That's why sometimes when you're registering in SAM or something's going on, DLA will pop up and ask you questions because they're the ones that give out the cage codes. But everything has to match up in SAM. If it works out in SAM, then DLA will say, okay, we're going to give this company a cage code. You should know where your cage code is. And again, you can go to SAM, research your own company, and voila, there is your cage code. You can only use it most of the time when it comes to DIBBS, if you're bidding on opportunities in DIBBS, because DLA has a whole different system over there. They're not fbo.gov. Not to say that you will never deal with your cage code in fbo.gov, but pretty much you won't. You usually only use your cage code when you're trying to do contracts in DIBBS, DIBBS, which is where you actually bid on contracts for military things, supplies, very few services, but mostly supplies, mostly things that the military needs. But that same code is used for everything that has to do with you working with the government. You'll see it in your contracts, you'll see it behind the scenes when you're being paid, but that's what your cage code is for, and that's what it does, and now you know where to find it if anybody ever asks you.